to cultivate. Are you hearing me? And bear in mind, what you give a woman is what she's going to give you back. You cannot give her hate and expect her to love you. So what I'm saying here now is, to the ladies, any lady that go after a man, you are missing road. So it is the duty of the men to go out and look for their missing ribs. And when they find it, everything will fall in place. We don't have to stress ourselves. Are we together? The atmosphere will be very, very fair. You know why some of us have heartbreaks? You know why heartbreaks coming? It is when we women take out our hearts and give to men that we are not holding their rings. They will break their heart to go and look for the women holding their rings. Are we together? I am telling you. So it's the owner of the rings that will look for it. And once you see it, he will fetch it. So spare yourself those time to go after men. Men will come after you.
Go about it. Your communication, it matters. Once you find the sister that you know this sister has a standard, this is the sister that I want. You don't know how to close mark. You're on your own. You will go and close mark that sister. I know what I'm saying. I was really, really close mark. My husband close marked me. In fact, I was living at Ibejuleki. He will come all the way from Ikeja, drive all the way to Ibeju. Every time I was always seeing him. So make sure that sister, close mark that sister until you are one.
Okay, thank you so much. So we'll take a question from Prosper, please. Hand the mic.
So we're hearing the talk and we keep making mention of Adams being the men. What about women? We talk about women, how they should nurture themselves, prepare themselves for marriage also. If we as the man or as Adam are prepared to get married, the woman that we choose or the one that we see want to move to is not ready, not serious. Is it still the man's fault? Is it still the Adam's fault? So, okay, if they say all the women are not married, is there a way to detect someone's married?
Okay, all right. So did you get his question?
Yes, he said, we are talking about Adam, go and look for your ribs, Abi. What if you find your ribs and your ribs doesn't want you? Remember my story, I told you I hated men. Is it not what I told you? In my teachers, I took it as pleasure because of what my father was doing to my mother. So anything that concerns men, I hated them. I will fight you, I will break your skull. If I cannot fight you, I will report you to my father. But the time my Adam came, I was deaf and dumb. I couldn't report him to my father. And he close marked me. I never agreed to him for 3 good years. He was still coming because he saw his ribs in me. And I never reported him. I never showed all those my shenanigans.
Okay.
Where are we today? We are married.
Wow.
Even when he came, let me add. Even when he came, my father frustrated him. He married me 3 good times. Go and ask. Yes, he married me 3 times. So that is it. So if Adam see where his rib is, he will be very serious. And some of those Adams that don't know that their ribs are missing without a woman, I'm sorry, your name is Soyo. It's the men that we have a home. They are the head of the home. What we are is neck. And once you don't have this neck, you will not have hands, you will not have legs. You will not produce anything. So you will just waka empty-handed come, empty-handed go. I have a brother-in-law that has been, he's 50-something now, 56. He has not married. And lo and behold, he will not marry. And it's a sin against God. Don't you know? It's a sin. Because we are created to come here and procreate and bring life. Most of our brothers and sisters there that have not wear this mortal body, they are waiting for us, for you people, so that they will come. you even have luck that you are in the setting of our Heavenly Father. What of us that married without anything gospel, no direction? Do you know who my husband was when he married me? Do you know the family I came from? But at the end of the day, where am I today? God directed me. So, do your own part. Our Heavenly Father will do his own part. That's what I have to say.
All right, thank you.
That is why you can discern. That's why you can ask God to give you that gift, for you to be able to discern between good and evil. So you can ask for that blessing and you will know. And wait. See, and when you see her, when you see your own, it will not take long. When you see your own, you will know. I met my husband in November. We started talking in November. We got married in January. It was not up to 3 months. When you see your own, you will always know. The Lord will tell you. You will know. So that's the leap detector. You hear? There's a leap detector.
Thank you so much. So, next question.
My name is Mark. I'm a friend of the church. I say I'm like a guest of the church.
Okay, you're welcome.
So the question is, since the program is about education, marriage, and finance, I'm going to ask a few questions, but I'll just sum it all together. Now, one is with reference to the man always having to go to the woman and not the other way around. I'll make a reference to the Bible in the book of Ruth. We know who Ruth is, and then we know who Naomi is. And we know that after Ruth's husband died, which is Naomi's son, Mahlon, Ruth had to seek a succor in Boaz. Boaz didn't go to Ruth, but Ruth had to go to Boaz. And today we speak about Ruth so much, knowing fully well that it was the other way around, and not Boaz going to Ruth. So here, the reed had to go to the reed owner, and not the reed owner going to the reed. So that is one way I'm going to say. I'm not countering it, but I can say sometimes there are exceptions to that particular rule. Two is, with reference to finance, we all know that majority of us won't want to rush into marriage because of finance. And I think over the years, one thing I come to discover is that one thing that separates the elite from the middle class and the low class is that even at childhood, the elite already teach the children money and financial literacy. So the children of the elite already know how to make use of money, how to make money work for them. But rather, we in the middle class are taught to go to school, get education, and then come out and work for the elite. So doing this, and if this cycle keeps on going around, I think we will continue to remain where we are, and we will struggle when it comes to finance. So if there is an institution that helps in educating members, although I'm not a member of the church yet, but if there is an institution that is put in place that teaches the youth how to understand how the money works, because let me divert a little. I was in the bank some days ago, and then a man came into the bank. And imagine somebody coming into the bank to buy a treasury bill of over 500 million. And then the interest on the treasury bill is, let's say, 16% for 6 months. It means the man has invested in 500 million, and without having to do anything, he's getting a 16% interest on that money. These are things that children of the elite and those in the elite group know. And majority of us in the middle class don't even know how the finance market works at all. So I think this is one area we should emphasize on when we're speaking about finance. Also, I'm an educator. So one thing about education is I think we should start educating ourselves to take education beyond what works in the classroom. Education is beyond that. I used to tell my students that education is the application of knowledge. And the knowledge doesn't really mean where you get it from. Some people go to learn how to make shoes, and if you make your shoe well, then you are educated in the skill of making shoes. So one thing I'm going to ask is. The question is, how do we find? Mama said something about somebody that fears God. Now, the fear of God here, how do we define it? Do we define it relatively? Do we say it's subjective? Is it an objective way? The guy is boxing you and he's staring your eyes, and then you can't walk out of the marriage because maybe an institution is telling you that no divorce. So how are we able to put this together? Because, Mama, if you ask some of the men here, you go tell before we marry you. That is if some of us even marry. So please, you should help us and also point it out to the females to get those missing rib that has been taken from us. Thank you.
None of us, the young women here, all these single adults here has experienced what Ruth passed through. Ruth had her missing rib before he was. Let us first of all find our ribs and mix up together before we are going to that of Ruth. None of them here have that experience of Ruth, if I'm correct. Because if we are talking about Ruth, that means we are now supporting them to go and do what we don't preach in this church. We don't like to preach. Do you understand? And he has asked us that
answers, right? So from your question, I know that you read white, okay? And I think for your generation, there are blessings. During our own time, there was no internet. So a lot of things that you know now, we did not know. Like for example, now if I have an assignment, I will go to the library. I will go and look for books. You can imagine how dusty. Sometimes I will look for books from 1960, climb shelf in the library, dust and all that, because there was no internet. But now, there's nothing you are looking for that you will not find in the comfort of your home once you hold your phone. You will find information. It's just that sometimes we look for play and entertainment more than information these days. But if you really seek for information on the internet, you will get. Now you talked about treasury bills. Yes. You see all these things you're talking about? I got to know them by going online. There are lots of other ways where we can multiply our income. There are things like money market. There are things like treasury bills. There are things like even stocks, right? So if you go online and you just type money market, almost all the banks in Nigeria now, they have that money market process and all those treasury bills. Just go online and search. You know, many of us, I know some of us are doing online jobs. Am I right? How did you get the online jobs? Was it not through the internet? So if you really apply yourself, that's just the word. If you apply yourself, there's nothing you are looking for that will benefit your life positively that you will not find on the internet. So we also preach in the church that the use of social media, we use social media, but we use it positively. And then talking about the fear of God, that some can be pretentious, right? Yes. That is where I said earlier, the discerning of the Spirit comes in. You pray for that gift, and the Lord can give it to you. Okay? And then we talk about the fear of God. In our church, we talk about being converted. We Latter-day Saints, when we are converted, what do we do? When we are converted, what do we do? Hey, not for my hand though. When we are converted, you strengthen thy brethren. Once you are converted, you strengthen thy brethren. So once you are converted, you keep the commandments. Am I right? Yes. You keep the commandments. You know the right thing to do once you are converted. So I'll stop here for now.
All right, let's give President Kwabie also the mic.
Our beloved brothers and sisters, I wasn't here in the beginning, and I know the step cousin was here. In the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, we have two kind of symbols. We have symbols that fall between the ages of 18 and 35. Those are the group of people that are supposed to be here. And we have others who are from the ages of 36 to 100. And I think Ruth, like you mentioned, fall in the other side of the singles. And so I'm not going to talk about it because the sisters have spoken about it. Let me start from where I came. If you have difficulties seeking or following up on your missing rib, as I heard, and then you are serious to get married, you don't know how to go about it, please consult us. Listen to what I'm saying. I'm not talking about those who are just dating, they are getting to know each other. You know, you are ready. Well, let me talk to the men first. You are ready. You know what it takes to be ready to get married. If you are ready, you don't know what to do, please come to us. And then to the sisters, if you are ready, I'm not talking about those that are following, you are just making friends to know who is a God. Hello? Please listen. You are just following up, you are just being clean to know, to learn, to know one person that is godly, that is God-fearing, that have the attribute that you study. Please don't come to us at that level. Do your own thing. When you are ready, we will find a way. There will be a way, no matter where that person is. You want to say something? Wherever that person is, we will go, we will help you out. That's number one. Number two, every Latter-day Saint, anybody that worship here, knows what the Lord is expected of him or her to do. We taught every source of making money in this church. We have the gathering place. The gathering place is a place of refuge, is a place of comfort, is a place of learning. That is where those who are there should learn. If I know the process of making money, I should come to that gathering place and teach others. If I know how to, maybe I'm a technician, maybe electrical technician or mechanic, automobile technician, whatever skill I have, it becomes my responsibility to teach